Hi friends, Laura A. Grace here. Happy Friday. Hope you've had a fantastic week. I have an awesome recommendation for you today. That is Anna Bowman's Black Recluse. It is a steampunk science fiction kind of story. As you can see, Rain, she is going to be our main character as well as Saul. And let me tell you, they are both amazing main characters. The word building was totally fantastic. I felt totally immersed in this world. I love the travel and everywhere they go. How they're traveling was super duper cool, like steampunk. So you have these giant air balloons. I can't think of the word, but they fly in these awesome flying ships that are just really cool because Rain's involved, Saul's involved, his whole crew is, because he's a captain. You get these fun dynamics between the characters, and since Saul is not the best pilot, it sort of kicks off with a bang. That bang just keeps increasing as the story keeps going because I said you have these interesting dynamics, and throw in this character who has this kind of issue, throw in another character who has this kind of issue, throw in Rainstorm. Storm's not her last name, but it's just a fun thing to just throw in if you've read the book. Yeah, throw in Rainstorm and you just have a bunch of fireworks going off, and not just from the enemy. Yeah, going back to the beginning because I know I jumped into the word building rather than the characters. Yes, I really love Saul and Rain. I especially like Saul. When you first meet him, I mean, he's pretty beastie, to say that in the best way that I can think of. He's very hardcore, and you get Rain too. As the book goes on, I have to say she was amazing. She is so kick butt. I just loved her snarky self, and just when she was set on doing something, she was gonna do it. But she was relatable too, in that there were times that she was emotional. I felt like she just was this really cool heroine to cheer for, because it's like, man, she's not afraid to kick some butt, but she's also not afraid to just be, you know, emotional too. They were not the only super cool characters. The whole crew, like Saul's crew, is just awesome. I'm not really sure who is technically my favorite, because in the beginning I was sort of uncertain of a few of them, but by the end I was hardcore on board. Wasn't a pun intended originally, but I'm going with it. They just, all of them together, were a lot of fun. And even though the book's really fun, there are some really gritty details, gritty things, or gritty situations that they have to handle, present and from the past, and I can imagine one day the future, that really had me on edge, like emotionally on edge, and then sometimes physically on edge, because I wasn't sure what secret was about to be unveiled. There's a lot of secrets, a bunch of them, and sometimes it's not always good. Most secrets aren't always good. However, when you find out the certain secrets, you're just like, oh my goodness. Like one time I put my hand over my mouth, like, because I was so shocked. Like, I did not see that coming. That's one of the spoilers I would love to talk about, because it was so good, and maybe I should have saw it coming, but I didn't, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like this really just happened, and I had to go back and reread it to make sure I read the right thing. That was so good. So many props to Anna, because that was ultimately my favorite part of the story, and I can't even tell about it because it's spoilers. It was really good though. It was really sort of shocking. Like the ending, I mean, that's when you have quite a few of the secrets coming out, and it's like boom, 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 and you're just like, oh my goodness, how do I keep up with this? Mind blown. Just totally mind blown. Yeah, there was a lot of that the night that I finished this book, and just already wanting book 2. Back to the characters from before, because I went on a little bunny trail. They all have their unique personalities, and so it was fun seeing, like, who am I gonna sort of really like here out of everybody? And like I said, it was hard to choose a favorite, because when they all come together, even with their differences, even with their similarities, man, they are just so cool. And I wish I could say more about that without going into spoilers, but I'm afraid if I say any more, that yeah, we'll definitely be in spoiler territory. Besides that one spoiler that I can't say, I think my other favorite part was seeing Saul and Rain, their conversations. Like I said, Rain's pretty kick butt, and she's sometimes not afraid to say things how they are, and then Saul's just sometimes doesn't make the best decisions, whether that's like something they need to go do or just in a conversation. And that creates this really fun conversation to watch between the two of them. It was a fantastic read though, very adventurous, fun, trying to think of that word that captures where it's like still fun but they're dealing with hard things and you're sort of nervous for what's going to happen to said character because these characters get hurt. They get hurt. I know, they have to get hurt. This is a book. Your character can't just stay all safe in his little safety bubble. I know, but they got hurt and there were times I was like, are these characters going to die? Because I'm going to be really heartbroken if they do. Things happen. I can't say what those things are, but they happen and I just was unprepared. I had so much fun, you know, a lot of it in the beginning is really fun because the secrets aren't being told yet. So before those secrets, everything's pretty good. I mean, you know, some of the characters are struggling, but it's not too bad. You're like, okay, they're gonna go do this fun thing. Then we'll come back, we'll sort of handle this. Character's like, no, we're not gonna handle it, and it just keeps going. So, of course, that sometimes backfires, and then a big explosion, like I mentioned, happens. I guess I'll stop there, but this was a great read. I was really surprised. I didn't know what to expect going in, except for I figured it was gonna be awesome, and it was definitely awesome. A fair warning, there is quite a bit of language that I wasn't quite prepared for, so just be mindful of that if you check it out. It's a fantastic steampunk, little bit of romance, science fiction, adventure, just all thrown in there in this cool story with great characters, great word building, lots of adventures and travel, and snarkiness. Don't forget the snarky. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy reading steampunk or science fiction and what you think about this gorgeous cover, because is it not super duper pretty? I love Saul. He looks just so cool, and Rain totally like that. That pose is her to the T. Thanks for watching. Bye!